for my main man, AJ.
Good morning. I say good morning. Woo! How you guys feeling today? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I actually perform stand-up comedy. And about 2 weeks ago, I was at Caroline's Comedy Club. I'm actually from New York, now I live in Long Island. And I realized that New York crowds are pretty rough. In fact, I was on stage telling jokes, and out of nowhere, this woman sitting in the front starts heckling me. She starts saying, "Boo! Boo! You suck! Get off the stage! You're not funny! You're horrible!" And I say, "Thanks, Mom. I'm doing my best." So here is my question, okay? How do you define all in? Is it just a tip? Or is it balls deep? Where are we at? All right. My goal is to offend half of the audience, so I think I'm doing pretty good right now. Let me get my slides up. Great. And can I please have a clicker? Oop. AV, 1, 2, 3. The clicker for the slides. So, before we get started, I just want to get like a quick insight on why you're here. So who would like to share their biggest intention for being here on a Sunday morning? This is about going all in, stating something into action. Who would like to share? Yes, could you stand up, state your name, and share? Let's give him a round of applause. This man is balls deep right now, so thank you.
So I want to do Facebook ads. They did restaurants, different businesses for my own agencies. The reason I want to do that is because I come from an immigrant background, and my mom is close to becoming a resident. She doesn't come back for so I can ask for her. But I have like $40,000 in her account for me to ask for her. So that's why I'm here. I want to make some money. And like I had this like idea of like I just want to make some money, like go to the businesses and be like, hey, I can do your Facebook ads for you. But I don't fucking know how to do that. So I spoke with this guy yesterday and was like, person, listen man, it's not about you, it's about the fucking client. And if you really want to take this long term, you gotta do shit for a while. So yesterday I was here for Jason Capital's meetup. And I had like a time frame for like 5 to 8 o'clock. So I just went around to different businesses. I don't have to act like I had success because I felt like a shadow, I'm not gonna lie.
Holy shit, that sucks. It's all good, yeah.
I felt very fearful. I feel like when I'm fearful of something, that's when I should go and take the action. Because the fear is not going to go away. It's just a fact. The fear is just an illusion that you have in your head, no reality. It's not true.
Thank you for sharing. That's it. That's powerful. Yes. Let the gentleman speak. He's already motivating the crowd. That's amazing. So I'm going to do a quick exercise that's going to raise our energy this morning. I host a lot of events, and one of the biggest things that I realize is oftentimes people taking so much information, and you can get into analysis paralysis. So how can we get ourselves to raise our energy from our seats and stay alert? And right now, if you had to think about your energy on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is sky high, focus, alert. 2, tired, unmotivated. Rate yourself in your head right now. Now we're going to do a quick exercise to ramp that up. It is called the long lost friends exercise, okay? So this is the secret part. While staying in your seat, you want to greet the person on the left of you and the right of you as if they're your long-lost friends. Even if you've never met them before, imagine you've known them for 20 years. So there's only two ways to go about this. It's a hug or a high five. Go right ahead, just greet them in your seat. Yes, yes, yes.
Half of my heart is in Havana, he took me back to East Atlanta, all of my heart is in Havana, my heart is in Havana, take it back, 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 take it back, 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 take it back, 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 take me back, back,
All right, thank you for that. Who feels a boost in their energy? Raise their hands. All right, yes, yes, that's it. Because this is a mastermind, right? A mastermind is when you have individuals that think on a high level and they raise you up with their energy, their goals, their perceptions. Many years ago when I was first starting my business, I didn't have the right people around me to raise me up, to believe in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I want to share how I met Mr. Sam Jacobs. Little backstory, actually a year ago, I spoke at my buddy Brandon Carter's seminar. It was the summertime. And I think that was one of Sam's first events. He just referenced it. And at the end of my speech, he comes up to me, super full of energy, eyes wide open. Nice to meet you. I'm Sam Jacobs. Here's my Instagram. I never met someone so excited. But here's the thing. Within 3 minutes of talking to me, he was selling me something. I was like, holy shit, this kid is a shark. I saw something special in him, and I started following him on Instagram. Then I came to realize, wow, he's actually successful. He's doing big things. Had him on my podcast. 17-year-old doing $100,000 a month. One of my biggest downloaded interviews. So many people loved it. They loved his motivation, his insight. So 2 months later, October of 2018, he spoke at my seminar. Just said, hell yeah, I'm doing it. Came on stage, rocked the stage. And from that point on, I knew he was a young legend. After my seminar, he said, you know what? I want to do my own seminar. What does it take? And I said, dude, I'll help you. I'll give you some guidance. Here's how to structure it. Here's how to find a place. Invite speakers. Some you got to pay. And literally within 3 months, that was October, he did this event over here. Jumped off a cliff, built wings on the way down. Whether you're starting on your journey or you're an old dude like me, 12 years into the game, what can you learn from Sam Jacobs? What is he teaching you? All in? What else? Say it out loud. It's a mastermind. Let's go. That's it. Balls deep. That's the word of the weekend. Hashtag balls deep. Get Sam's photo in there too. That's it. It's all about setting a strong intention and taking action. Because I did the same thing. Years ago when I was hosting my first live event, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was nervous. I was staying up all night. Nervous I was going to screw up. No one's going to show up. But I found the power of intention, setting the date. Next thing you know, all these amazing things fall into place. People come in. I've been mentoring Sam behind the scenes, talking about his presentation. He showed me his slides on Friday. People want to help you. People want to see you win. But first, you need to be in a place of momentum. And that's the question. How do you create momentum so that people, places, opportunities, possibilities come in your path to make things accelerate faster? This is the most important skill that we have in this day and age. And this is why Sam is very successful. The word is focus. Right now, this is our most precious resource. Our phones, social media, the internet is zapping our focus. So going into this year, how can you stay super focused on your number one vision, create a shitload of momentum, and attract winners to help you win further? Who would like to share something they do for focus? Yes, could you state your name, stand up, please?
My name's Brandon. So, Monday through Friday, I wake up at 5:26 in the morning every day. And then I get a piece of paper, I write down everything. I write down I am. So like I am, focus, everything I need to do every single day. And then I write a schedule for everything I need to do for the whole day. And then a couple checklists throughout the day. I write down everything that I accomplished for the day, and everything I learned throughout the day. And then right before I go to bed, I write down everything.
Thank you for sharing that. That's powerful. Give him a round of applause. 100%. And the biggest thing that he talked about is identity. And you have a specific identity. Who are you, right? And we're going to do a little exercise very shortly. But what is one word that describes the person you need to be to create the momentum and get to the next level of your life? What is your one word, okay? Would you like to share your word? Resourceful. Powerful word, okay? Now, your identity is the most powerful way to make a change. I actually have a master's in psychology, and I'll share my background with the mindset. But when you have a strong identity, a personal belief in yourself, all of a sudden, how you think, how you speak, and how you act are aligned with that energy, and you create a lot of momentum, right? When I think of Sam, I think of a shark. He's a shark. He's out there. He's a predator. He's going for what he wants, but he's relentless. And those of you who got tickets must have got some phone calls from his people to know what I'm talking about, right? Making sure that you show up, no screwing around. You're here right now, and you're here for a reason. So I'll just go through a few things about my backstory. So I'm a best-selling author. I own Life Fuel Fitness is an online fitness program. Also host the Online SuperCoach podcast. So I essentially help people grow their online coaching business. Have a lot of my friends and students here in the crowd. And that's a beautiful thing about the internet, social media. There's multiple businesses, e-commerce, online coaching, developing products. And the secret of my success is taking 2 naps a day. Anyone here take naps? Yes, team naps. I won the greatest highlight of my life in this photo. I got inducted into the Fitness Hall of Fame for bringing online coaching to our community. This is a highlight of my life, but let's go with how bad things were. Because I see a lot of young people in this audience, and I want to show you how I was at my worst. You see, I grew up very overweight, 60 pounds at my heaviest. Struggled with it all, chipmunk cheeks, boy boobies, and a big old belly. Worse than a dad bod. Yikes. So I had a rough childhood, right? You'll see a lot of the speakers here have similar stories of overcoming pain. And I had to go through a lot because my parents came to this country when I was a year old. And they were immigrants. So coming here was like all of their pride, accomplishments, everything was taken away. So my father, instead of being resourceful, turned to alcohol. And he became abusive. At first taking it out on me, and my 3 younger brothers, calling me fat, stupid, lazy, hitting me almost every day. But what really affected me was when he took his violence out on my mother. And there I was, a young boy, seeing 2 people that I love cursing, getting disrespectful. Then out of nowhere, my father slaps my mother, and I'm paralyzed. I don't know what to do. So growing up in this violent, toxic environment forced me to numb my pain. I didn't have anyone to go to. For 10 years, I dealt with this domestic violence, physical and mental abuse. So I started eating food, eating until I became overweight. Once I became a teenager, I started drinking. Not even drinking to enjoy myself, but drinking to numb my mind. Bacardi 151, I don't even think they make that anymore. But I was swigging bottles of that stuff till I blacked out, till I vomited, till I did shit I regretted. Then I went to drugs. Alcohol stopped working. Food stopped working. Cocaine, crystal meth, Vicodin, Xanax, GHB. Not even just separately, all in one night. I overdosed numerous times. Ended up in a hospital, in a coma for 5 days, fighting for my life. And that's when I finally woke up. That was my rock bottom. And I had to go through a big process to overcome my own demons, change my identity, but most importantly, gain momentum. But the biggest thing that I've learned was that everything that I created was my fault. Before, I would blame my parents, blame the school, the economy, the society. But then I realized I'm the one who's eating the food, drinking the alcohol, taking the drugs, and I'm blaming the wrong people. And that's when my life started to change. That was actually 12 years ago. I've sobered up, cleaned up my life, and I decided to start a business. And over time, that started taking off. But it gave me something healthy to focus on. So why do I share this story? There may be some people in here who have a similar background, or you're going through challenges, or maybe you're not on the top of your game, you're in the bottom of the valley. But it's all about knowing that you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing, striving. So over time, I changed my life. And what's the fastest way to change? There's 2 ways. Number 1 is your identity. Who do you have to become in order to live the life that you want? Number 2 is your peer group, the average of the closest people in your life. If you have both, you accelerate your success. So when I was coming out of the hospital, I read this book called The Secret. Has anyone read that book? Yes, yes. There's some parts of it that are good, some are crappy, but it's about the law of attraction. How can you create something in your mind's eye? Believe it and then achieve it. But the thing they don't talk about is taking action. So I remember watching that movie and I said, I'm going to have this house that I could create massive transformations with. Because if you visualize it and you ask yourself 2 questions. How can I add value every single day to earn the money to afford it? And how can I serve at the highest level and make offers? In any business, whether it's e-commerce, online coaching, anything, it's all about adding massive value and making consistent offers. So over time, things started taking off, and I developed a program called Team No Pants, where if you have a business that does not require you to wear pants, then that's the best business in the world. Who in here is in Team No Pants, where pants are optional for your work environment? Beautiful, all right? Let's try to get everyone all in, Team No Pants, balls deep. All right, too much. So I started hosting these events. I live out on Long Island. That's why you see the lion. The lion to me is courage. I started for the first 20 years of my life. I was very insecure. It's being a predator, being a shark, going for what you deserve. And I just started hosting these amazing events, doing transformations. This was my biggest speech actually a month ago at Jason Capitals. Thank you. Yes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And there's like so much I want to share with you guys, but my biggest intention here is to add a ton of value, but also give you perspective and also make you shift who you have to be, not just for today, but for the next year, to make 2019 your best year ever, okay? See, even before Sam said it, I got all out on my slides. That's what it's all about. All out, balls deep, massive action. So I hosted a 2-day seminar, and the one that Sam actually spoke at in October. And what I want to do is tell you guys about it. Essentially what I do is I help people with their messages. This is my big why. Most businesses struggle to talk about what they offer, and we have a process that clarifies your message so your business starts growing again. And the biggest thing to realize is that every stage of a business, there's a new level and a new devil, okay? I'm not going to have time to go through this whole process, just take a quick screenshot, but essentially, there's people in this room that are in the startup phase. Then you have building momentum, 10K a month. At the top, $100,000 a month and above, which Sam is trying to get a lot of people in here to get to. That's legacy, okay? And you only do 2 things on a daily basis, and that is performing and publishing. So if you think about the highest level of a business, you're performing, doing seminars, podcasts, Facebook Lives, Instagram stories, and publishing content, information products, books. So I want to give a quick shout out to the gentleman over here, Jaman. He's sitting up here in the room, and he is the king of elevation, the king of taking his business from 0 to 100. He's a successful family man, has 3 beautiful kids, owns 2 gyms, and has an online business. And I just want to share probably the best text message I ever got in my whole life. I always blow up a spot about this. This is not a late night booty call. It's just me happy as hell to inform you that I pulled in $8,600 strictly online in November. $18,000, 630 days, okay? So you can make a massive shift in a short amount of time, having the right mentoring, the right systems, and the right momentum. One of my students who broke past into the 7-figure is Jim from Australia. He's an online coach, broke the $1 million mark, super proud of him. But every single part of a business requires investment, right? The more you pay, the more you pay attention. Who believes in that? Right? You guys paid to be here. You're sitting in these seats. You invest your time and energy, so you're going to get the most out of this event. And what I want to do is share a part of my formula. This is really great for your online brand and your content. And I'm going to wrap up in the next minute, so you can take a screenshot of this. And this is my why, right? This is my okay, thank you. And the question is, what is your superpower, right? This is your gift, your amazing ability to change the world. And I don't have time to go through all my systems and my processes, but what I want to do for you guys is invite you as a VIP guest to my Online SuperCoach seminar. It's 1 month from now in Queens, April 5th and 6th, okay? It's a 2-day seminar, And the VIP ticket is $597 to come to this event. But what I want to do is add massive value to you and invite you for free. Okay? Yes. I only had a short amount of time. I told Sam I want to add a ton of value to you guys. But a lot of the stuff that I shared, I want to go deeper. And what I do is I have all the systems of building an online business, your marketing systems, your sales funnels, your delivery. And at this 2-day event, I would love to have you there. Use the code, invite a friend, and you also get access for free to my 12-week coaching program. All right? To wrap it up, I just want to maximize this moment. This is my mantra. It's on my wrist. And I'm super grateful to be up here, even though I have a clicker. You make it work anyway. And what I want to do is save this moment because I essentially didn't get a lot of affection growing up. My parents didn't hug me. So I get all my love from social media likes. And I would love to take a selfie with you guys to save this moment right here. Is that cool? All right. So I'm going to take a selfie, and if you just raise your energy up as high as possible.
Let's pretend to be excited, people!
Yeah!